Alright. Independence! I say that. Definitely not independence. Because it's, you know, UK boy. Kind of like a reverse opposite, really, because they got independence from, you know, from us. Realistically, July the 4th, if you haven't gathered. 9 AM UK time. 2 minutes to, because, fuck it, I started early. We got the Chinese Grand Prix. Not a personal favourite, and we're starting from a challenging position. I'll go over that in a minute. It was my own fault. I fucked up. And we're going to have to pay for it. But it could prove to be a blessing in disguise. So, you know, that's kind of what I'm going to wait and see in the Grand Prix. Just give this a moment. But how's everybody doing today? How is everybody doing? That's the important question. I'm awake far too early for this shit. Ugh. At least I was able to turn some laps on the game. I've already done all the practice programs and qualifying. I was debating about doing them last night, and I'm glad I didn't, because if me going into this cold, I would have been destroyed. We'll go to the laptop real quick. No one bought any upgrades. As you can see, progress update, we qualified 16th, even though we have the third fastest car, and the team don't really like me at the moment. The reason I qualified 16th, in the second qualifying session, it was damp. Like, there was light rain, but it wasn't heavy. And you find in those sort of instances, the AI are, like, it's different. So, when I was out on track, I did an early run on the soft compound tyre, because that's what I wanted to qualify on. I did an early run, and I think the fastest time set was by, like, Grosjean, who did a 30, what was it, like a 43.6 or something like that. And I did like a 41.7. I was like, okay, cool. So, you know, good to see the cars are being treated equally in these conditions. So I get back into the pits, obviously via the return to garage option. I ain't going to drive around the whole circuit. And it's like, oh yeah, fastest time, Verstappen is like a 1:35. I'm like, okay, so he's not being affected by the rain. Anyway, bolt on a set of super softs and cars sliding all over the place. Basically, while the game loaded, because they were on dry tyres, it treated it as full dry conditions for the AI. But for me, I'm like, nah, get fucked. Cool. But the positive note of starting 16th is we have free choice of tyre, and the super soft, which is probably what a lot of guys are going to start on, is garbage around here. Just awful. And we get to completely ignore it for the first stint. So that's fine. And we just, in regards to resource points, just saving those up. I want to get a big upgrade in a few races' time. Lego to the Chinese Grand Prix.
Since the salver of Felipe Massa passed Jenson Button into turn 1 at the very first Chinese Grand Prix in 2004, Shanghai has consistently provided close racing and extraordinary...
Do you know, for once, my PC isn't screaming at me while I'm streaming. Then again, that will probably change in a minute or two.
...claimed Mercedes' first win of the modern era in 2012. Shanghai International Circuit then, a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride.
16 corners. The Chinese Grand Prix Shanghai circuit. 16 corners. 2 DRS zones. Turn 14 is, of course, the prime overtaking opportunity. We had a fantastic battle for 5th last year in the Haas against Perez and Vettel. So we'll see what we can do today.
I, for one, can't wait to get started.
We should just be able to carve through the field fairly easily due to the speed of our car. Hamilton, wow, the Mercedes on the front row. Bottas 7th. Hamilton on pole, 39.1. Indeed, let's make the start count. So what have we got for a top 10? I'm curious to see what we've got for a top 10. All Mercedes front row. Ricciardo, Raikkonen 4th. Huh. Interesting. Okay. That's fine. Race strategy. So it's going to be overcast. I like that strategy. That strategy looks very simple, very straightforward. Plus, you never know what's going to happen in the race. I'd rather be on the soft tyre at the start to get decent pace out of that. Make up some positions. Yeah, I think that's a good strategy. Let's just take a bit of fuel out of the car. Let's say 1.5. We can save 1.5 or 1.6, whatever. Yeah, I think that's a decent strategy. That I don't want to be pitting a shit ton of times for super soft tyres. It's just not going to be worth it. We've just got to make sure we don't lose our front wing like we did in China. Bahrain, sorry. Don't make silly little mistakes this time around. Looks like a lot of the cars around us have gone for the same soft tyre option. That's good to see. Because what we don't want to be losing time at the start of this race. We got a lot of time that we need to make up. If we can be P10 or higher by the end of the first lap, that's, you know, ideal scenario. Season really hasn't got my way so far in the Scarlet Ferrari. We were on course for a win / podium in Australia, and we had a collision with Verstappen with a couple of laps left. We lost our front wing at the start of the race last time out in Bahrain. And then we had a second collision during the race, so we only got 10th. So we've only got 9 points so far in this championship. And then we've qualified 16th here for this weekend. So, you know, I'm sure Ferrari just, they saw the potential. And then I got here and they're like, ugh. I honestly think 16th, though, is going to be a beneficial starting position for us today. Just due to the free tyre choice, we can carve through the field pretty early. You know, the AI are fairly slow for the first couple of laps. It's about being bold, taking those chances. Here we go then. Five lights coming. And they're on. And there they go. That was quick. Gutierrez had a slow one. Grosjean pulls out. There's the Renaults. Gonna go down the inside. This is bold. Grosjean was cautious. We got to take advantage. Magnussen on the mediums. Stark contrast to Palmer on the super softs. We're going to take it nice and easy during this section. We're going to go round Magnussen, hopefully. Oh, I've run myself out wide. Got on the marbles. Gives Grosjean a chance. Got to keep it down the inside here. Oh, Magnussen's broke early. I'm going to take the opportunity. Send it down the inside of him. There we go. There's an immediate few positions gained. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now on the back of one Jolyon Palmer. Oh, can we make things happen around the outside? I think we can. Just the advantage of being in a Ferrari and what that gives for us being able to come through the field. We're up into 10th already. Take it cautious through this section because we are going to be slipstream central down the back straight. Need a good exit here. Oh, it's not been great. There's going to be moves though. You got Bottas, Alonso, Massa, Perez, and myself charging towards the chicane. 220. Oh, we got a lot of speed. We're running a bit lower drag. I'm going to stick my nose in against Massa. I shouldn't, but he left the door open. No. Oh, Perez got a good run on the exit. He's down the inside of me going into the final corner. Is he going to go for it? He is. Oh, we hold it around the outside. Great racing between me and Sergio. And we're up into 9th by the end of lap 1. That is the ideal scenario that I said I absolutely needed. We're going to be very aggressive into turn 1. Go past Massa. I know this sounds like very, not contradictory, that's the wrong word, but you've got to take advantage of how slow the AI are in the first couple of laps, especially when you're down the field, but you can't, like, take the piss with it. Like, you can't just, I could have dive-bombed in so many places and been up to, like, 5th. So, you know, you've got to keep it semi-sensible. But we're up into 8th now. Behind Fernando Alonso in the McLaren on his super softs. Then you've got Bottas who's falling back from the leading pack, so we need to get past these two as soon as possible. If we can, I think Alonso will be a nice easy one down into the chicane. Oh, sorry, the hairpin. I don't really want to take any risks into the chicane here. Here we go. Bang it back up to Rich. Oh, we've gone wide. Poor exit. But then again, it's a McLaren Honda, so we should get him. Oh, the straight line speed. Oh, the straight line speed. He's unholy. We breeze past the McLaren. Long way back against the Williams. Shut the door. Oh, beautifully executed on Bottas. There we go. And now, as we end lap 2, we're up into 6th after starting 16th. With a beautiful few manoeuvres. As we come up behind Raikkonen. He's the next car in our sights. Oh, we've got it all wrong in turn 1 though. Carried too much speed. I've got dirty tyres. I'm falling back behind Bottas and Alonso. I need to try and out-drag Alonso. Have not been able to. The traction on that corner, pretty bad. We can make a move though. Down into turn 6 maybe. Take a lot of inside curb. Right now we need to repass Valtteri Bottas and get back on track. Two cars up the front have just vanished into the distance. I wonder if that's the Mercedes. Not too sure who's leading this race at the moment. Oh, there's a good exit. There's a good exit off the chicane. Through the fast right-hand up. Bottas doesn't really... Oh, no. Nearly dropped it. Bottas doesn't stand a chance. We've got DRS this time around. We breeze past the Williams. There we go. We move up into 6th. And now we need to get our head down. Wow, cars are already in the pits at the end of lap 3. I've been unsighted, focusing too much on the mini-map, seeing cars go into the pits. Rosberg now heading 3rd. He started on the soft tyre, so Rosberg looking to go longer into this race. Similar strategy to myself. That would be the tyre that he ran in qualifying, though. Oh my God, there's been an incident ahead. Ricciardo's round. The world champion has spun. There's been contact between himself and the two Mercedes. I'm going to have a go back and look at that. Usually I'd want to, you know, keep this live stream fairly accurate. What's happened here? Oh, no, we can't see it. We can't see fully what's happened. But Ricciardo and Hamilton getting a bit too close to each other. Oh, controversy. They've gone to come back on. Rosberg's turned in. Oh, Rosberg's turned in. He's hit Ricciardo, who's then gone into Hamilton again and has spun it round. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. Let's have a look at the event, shall we, in live. Well, Hamilton's forced Ricciardo out. There's Rosberg. There's... Oh, double team move from the Mercedes has put Ricciardo into a spin. Oh, now he's just waiting, and there's his opportunity to go. Oh, no, he's going to get stuck again. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo getting screwed by the Mercedes. You've got to wonder, have either of them got any damage off of that? Hamilton going to be pitting soon. It's put him right in striking distance. Bit of luck coming our way for once. We can't really scupper this opportunity. We kind of need to concentrate on this one now. Wow. Hamilton and Ricciardo coming together.
The gap behind us is 1.6 seconds.
Who would have thought? Well, they come together in turn 1 through to turn 2. Rosberg has then, of course, caught up to him. As we now in third due to the pit stops and the spin. Hamilton's tyres are going to be getting fairly worn out. He's going to be coming into the pits. Has to be this lap, he would assume. Yep, Hamilton's in. Rosberg continues. We take out the bollard. There it goes. Rosberg leads. We're up to second place. I don't really care for your strategy change, Jeff, if I'm 100% honest with you. I will look at that momentarily as we try and chase down Nico Rosberg. No, absolutely not. That's a horrible strategy. I said at the beginning I want to avoid the super softs in this Grand Prix, and that's why qualifying 16th might not have been the end of the world. Ideally, I wanted to get to the top 10 on soft compound tyres. Didn't happen due to a mixed conditions Q2. But now, due to a good start and making the moves, we find ourselves in second place on the soft tyre.
Conditions should remain dry. We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather.
Yeah, no rain forecast for this Grand Prix, which is nice. We've got to save fuel. We don't really have many fuel efficiency upgrades on this Ferrari, so we need to save a bit of fuel this race.
We're approaching the pit window.
1.4 off the lead. The gap is staying roughly the same each lap. We are mighty through this section though. It's the exit out of here which doesn't do me any favours in the first sector. We're about even in the second, and then if I can get close enough on the third, I've got enough low drag to be able to breeze past him on the straight. That would be ideal. My lower downfall's not doing me many favours in the middle sector. What's the gap? Still 1.2. We've gained a couple of tenths. Well, we did that in the first sector. We maintained it in the middle. We're just not going to be close enough. But we are pulling away from Massa, which is good to see. There's no real concern about catching and passing Rosberg at this exact moment, because he's going to come into the pits sooner than me anyway. Due to the fact he qualified on those tyres, so he's already done a couple of extra laps on them. So he'll be coming in anytime soon. But we are very close to Rosberg. Oh, I've been too aggressive, and nearly made the same mistake I did at the start of lap 3. It's Verstappen, so it's the fastest lap. He must have been one of the very early pitters, same as Raikkonen. I think currently battling is my best guess. We've lost time to Rosberg this time around due to the mistake in turn 1. Ricardo, look how far back he's fallen. But a 37 flat is about 2.5 seconds faster than what we're currently lapping, so you know, there's no surprise, especially with how fast the Red Bull is in this career mode. Let's turn the wick up for the end of this stint. We've only got, when's the earliest lap I'm coming in? Lap 8. So that's next time around. I predict Bottas to either pit this or next lap. Sorry, Rosberg. Rosberg is in this time around. It's my breaking point because I was watching him. Is Massa it? Massa's in as well. Massa's going to get the undercut, same as Rosberg, so we need a fast outlap if we can. This needs to be a very good in-lap if possible. Oh, bit of a mistake going wide. Oh, we've really made a mistake. I was keeping an eye on the mini-map to see if they came out in traffic. They didn't. That's disappointing. Carlos Sainz is out of the race. Oh, he's on the exit of turn 1. Or turn 2, I suppose you could call it. Is that going to cause any kind of safety car? I wonder. Doesn't look like it, because they would have probably called it out by now. So we're coming in this lap. Hopefully we haven't lost too much to Rosberg or to Massa. I think the lead over Massa was good enough. Rosberg's going to have built a little bit on us, but we're going to be on a fresher set of tyres, which is exactly what I want. Cautious with the pit lane. Don't want to make the same mistake I did in I can't remember where it was, Brazil, where I had to do a drive-through. 1.9 from the Ferrari boys. That's a pit stop. That's a mega pit stop. There goes Bottas. Oh, sorry, Rosberg. I keep seeing the second Mercedes and going, oh, it's Bottas. And we come out. Nasser is in 7th. All right. Oh, cold tyres, cold tyres, cold tyres. Sliding very wide in turn 1. Okay. These are a scrubbed set. 11%. These are probably the set I used in these are probably the set that I used in Q2, because we didn't, you know, we only got one set of soft tyres for the race. So about that fresher set of tyres than Rosberg, but he's on a similar strategy to us. Because I imagine he's going to pull the same as us and then go to mediums to the end. I think that's a fair assumption. We have lost quite a bit of time to him, actually. It's quite surprising how much we actually lost to Rosberg. Good few seconds. Raikkonen's in. That'll put us up into third. I see those guys having 2 stops left to make, really. And if they've got 2 stops left to make, I've only got 1 stop left to make. So that means we're going to be defending against them. It's a very interesting position at the moment. Rosberg ahead of us. I think that's then Verstappen ahead of him, would be my guess. I'm not 100% sure. Wow, we're 5 seconds behind Rosberg now. I'd like to be able to try and do something about the Mercedes out front, but honestly, I don't think I can. (15 to 17) is our pit lap for the mediums, so we'll stick to that. Coming on lap 15. Because I think Rosberg might have gone to a fresh set of softs, would be my guess. And if he has done, then we might be able to get the upper hand by pitting earlier for mediums. Who knows? All I know is I just sort of make it up as I go along and try and do the best lap times possible. But anyway, at the end of lap 10, Magnussen runs in the lead actually, so we're net second right now. Is Magnussen trying a one-stop? Would he try a one-stop? At the end of lap 10, we run third. We started 16th on the grid. We started so low due to mixed conditions in Q2. I wanted to qualify on the soft tyre because the super soft around China is bloody awful. And I got it completely wrong in the mixed conditions. Qualified 16th. But now we find ourselves third after some good overtaking on the opening laps. And I think the AI being on a different strategy is probably going to help us. Ferrari, third fastest car in the 2016 career mode. For those of you just finding the channel for the first time, this is season 3. Red Bull have dominance at the moment with Mercedes quite far back. Then it's ourselves, Renault and Haas. Drove for Renault season 1, drove for Haas season 2. You can catch up on all the content if you subscribe to the channel. Well, not subscribe, you can find the playlists on the channel, and if you like what you see, you can subscribe. That's more what I meant. Sell out, you know. We're losing out to Rosberg. Little bit by little bit. 6.2 Rosberg is now ahead of us. Magnussen is starting to drop off. Rosberg catching him at a vast rate of knots. There's a big old train just behind Felipe. Then again, Verstappen, of course, is not a dot viewable on the map because, you know, bugs. Bugs are great fun. The fuel's coming down, relax. Saving is occurring, Jeff. Calm it down. We were, at the start of the stint, minus 1.3. I'm now minus 0.9. Relax. It will be there by the end of the race.
Strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
I'm curious as to what he thinks is going to be beneficial to changing our strategy now. Bearing in mind we've only got one stop left to do. No! No! Super soft is ridiculous. We're not going to run it. We've only got to do a few more laps on this tyre. Oh god, I've just noticed. Oh, we got that slowed down quite nicely. Thought that was the 150 metre board. Turns out it was the 100 metre board. Right, Magnussen is in. He won't make it to the end on a set of soft. So I'm going to assume he's running the same strategy I am, just in reverse. Rosberg likes his second set of tyres more than I like mine, as he's pulling away from me. Not really much I can do about it. I could try running a higher fuel mix, but then on the mediums I'd have to run, you know, on low for longer. So I think we're just going to leave it on standard for now. The gap to Massa is ever increasing. So, you know, you've got 15 seconds at the moment, covers the top 3. Which at pretty much just shy of halfway distance isn't too bad. These tyres are definitely starting to feel second hand though. Well, the end of lap 15 is when we'll be coming in for a set of medium tyres. And then we'll run to the end. Do as many laps as Magnussen did on his opening stint. So the fact that they clearly go that far, the AI making sure the tyre lasts. Raikkonen's way down. I'm not too sure what's happened to him, but he's a long way off that big bunch of traffic. And I don't like the fact that he's so far back, you know? But this could be the weekend that I beat him. Well, we beat him in Australia, but we still got a bad result. Oh, Magnussen! Magnussen's out of the race! Oh, is that engine failure? He was in that train. Magnussen, due to the heroics he performed in the opening stint, was ahead of Kimi Raikkonen. And now he's out of the race. I feel gutted for the guy. That was a class opening stint by Magnussen. Sucks, man. Feel bad for him. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. This is lap 14. We're coming in at the end of next lap for a set of medium tyres. These tyres are starting to feel very second-hand. Through the high-speed corners, they feel awful at the moment. Look at it through this right-hander. What's the left? Front left's at 58%, yeah. They're definitely going to be ready to come off the car soon. As Rosberg is now building a sizable gap to us. I'm curious as to what Rosberg's going to do. I think he's going to pit a couple of laps after us, you know. I think that would be his plan. I'm hoping I don't get too held up by that massive train of traffic. Because that would really ruin my day, that would. Rosberg carries on. Remember, Rosberg pit a lap before us in the first stint. This time around, he's clearly either pitting same lap or later. That team's ready for us. As the big train comes through the final corner down the pit straight. We're going to filter out right in the middle / right behind that. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But at the same time, there's not really a lot I can do about it. I could delay the stint just to fall further back from them, but then I'm ruining my own race at that point. Down to 0.5 on the fuel though, so the fuel's coming back to us. Rosberg now 10 seconds ahead of us now. Definitely outside of opportunity to catch him. Bear in mind we were only 1.2 behind him as the pit stops for the first stint came about. Confirm the pit stop this lap. See what Rosberg does when it comes to the mini-map. What's he going to do? Rosberg is also in this lap, so we're not going to get any fresh laps on him. That's fine. Kind of assumed that would be the case due to the fact I was on a one-lap scrub set of soft tyres. I've got it completely wrong going into the pit lane. I've Lewis Hamiltoned it. Massa's also in. Don't get held, don't get held, don't get held. Lovely. 2.4, good. Rosberg mediums as expected. Oh, some of the big train is splitting up. So we come out behind us. So we're not in the middle of a battling group of cars. That's good to know. And they're all going to be coming in for the mediums later than us. Meanwhile, I'm way ahead of Raikkonen, who's still got to make a pit stop. I don't know what's happened to Kimi. He's had a pretty torrid time of it, apparently. Let's get these mediums up to temperature. They're expected to go to the end of the race, which is exactly what I need. We've got 0.46 laps of fuel to save. I'd say we're in a pretty good position right now. What with the cars ahead of us due to pit, so we're not going to lose any time in overtaking them. Everything's coming up Simon right now, really, all things considered. There's a fight going on ahead between Verstappen and Hamilton. I don't know what net position that works out for. We're in a net P2 due to the pit stops. Here we go. A couple of cars in, not many. Oh, we've turned in way too early for the final corner. Oh dear. It's the Haas boys up ahead of me. My old team from Season 2. Gutierrez. Oh no, Grosjean's in, so it's just Gutierrez, the man who got his drive back. Demoted to test driver for a season as I came in. And demoted Grosjean's first driver midway through the season. And I impressed them so much, Ferrari were like, yo, you want a contract? Of course I do. But can we get Ferrari the title? That's the objective for the season. Can we get Ferrari the title? We close in a little bit on Gutierrez. Oh, look at the fuel coming so quickly back into our favour. We're going to have a nice amount of rich mix to play with at the end of this one. For any kind of defending that may or may not be required. It's unconfirmed at the moment. I don't exactly see a lot of guys coming back at us on softer tyres, because I think they're all going to be running mediums. There are not going to be many laps fresher either. As Verstappen and Gutierrez pit. There you go. And Raikkonen's in for his mediums as well. So, order is resumed. Rosberg leads. I am second. Massa is third. We are on the final stint of the race. Medium tyres to the end. Rosberg just a little bit too quick for us. I don't expect Massa to be too much of an issue. What I'm more interested in, the big old group of cars that are behind Felipe are on, also on mediums, but they're on a fresher set, so they could cruise up behind Felipe. But then they've got 10 seconds between Felipe and myself to then catch up. Just saving fuel. Oh, we'll be able to save loads. Loads of fuel left that will come back to us by the end of the race.
We shouldn't see any rain, but if a storm front does appear, then we'll let you know.
38.3. Nice solid pace improvement. But it's not going to be enough to catch Rosberg. He just got so much on us on that fresh set of soft tyres. And then throughout the stint, he just had a better set of tyres than us. And more pace on that second set. But I'm not going to cry about a potential second place. Obviously still a lot of the race left to go. 10 laps. Anything could happen in Grand Prix racing. And it usually does. To quote the great Murray Walker. But it does look as if this is just going to be a cruise to the end for a second place. First podium of the season. Should have got one in Australia, but I blew that. Could have got one in Bahrain, but I forgot how to drive. Oh. No. Get rid of that. Run a couple of laps on Rich, why not? Oops. How not to take the final corner. Yeah, let's run like a lap or two on Rich. I'm just sort of curious. I can go back to saving fuel after that.
So the gap to our teammate is 37.
Wow, 37.4 seconds ahead of Raikkonen. He's had a bad one this weekend. A very bad one. Are we actually racing? No, I don't want... Oh, that was... It's a good thing the menu's bugged. Am I right? Am I right? Oh. On the marbles a little bit too much. Swing in. There we go. Beautifully executed. Lovely. Yeah, Rosberg's just a bit too quick for us. And Mercedes just a little bit too fast. Seeing as it's just going to be a cruise to the end, you know, I don't see anything, unless anything major happens, like a safety car or anything like that. We could probably, I don't know, chat some F1. Anyone in the chat who's actually a viewer of IRL F1? Of course, the news came out yesterday that Vettel would not be punished anymore following the events at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in Baku. Anyone got any thoughts, any comments on that? I think he overreacted. I think it was clearly a move. Like he I think he designed to get close to Hamilton, hitting him. I don't know. You could probably say he meant to do it. I'm of the opinion he wanted to get close to him, and if that meant hitting him, it meant hitting him. He obviously deserved the penalty in the race, and it was, a bit, it could be considered dangerous driving. And it could be considered that if he's going to do that for that, what could he do for the future? But, I think, he got the penalty in Azerbaijan. I think the main reason Hamilton is still salty about it, and this is what I think, because Hamilton's like really riled up about it still. Obviously, it doesn't help his conduct. I get that, but if Hamilton had not had to pit for the headrest replacement and won the race, and Vettel had come 6th, I think Hamilton would be like, oh yeah, cool, he got what he deserved. That's fine. Let's move on. But due to the fact Hamilton still finished behind him, Hamilton technically lost out over the whole situation due to the fact he needed to get his headrest changed. And that's why I think, he still lost points. I think it was like a point or 2 points to Vettel. But the fact of the matter is he still lost out to him. And he's, like, pissed about that. That's my 2 cents. As Verstappen has passed Felipe Massa, well, we could be on for a bit of a finish here, as Verstappen is, of course, in the Red Bull, the fastest car in Season 3 of Career Mode. He's, of course, going to be travelling much faster than the Williams. And probably much faster than me as well. So maybe I haven't got the easy cruise that I thought to the flag. And we might need to... Oh, well there goes Kvyat. Kvyat's blown up on the main straight by the looks of things. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Of course. Do I give up track position? I'm giving up track position for fresh tyres. Absolutely, I'm doing that. Oh my god, Delta, please. I lost too much on the Delta there. That kind of screwed me a little bit. I was too cautious, I think. I'm going to give up track position for soft tyres, though. Come on. Come on. I'm not going to get out ahead of Verstappen. Or Massa. Probably could have done if I wasn't so cautious on the Delta. But I think this could be big. This could be very big. As long as we don't take too much out the tyres while we catch the safety car. Hamilton's right behind me. I probably should get a hurry up on here. It's kind of annoying that I have to pound round. But we're going to be doing a couple of laps on the safety car anyway, so that will help save the tyres a little bit. This could be huge. This could be huge. Once we get back behind the safety car, that's where we can not worry about how much the tyres are going to get worn. Oh, chat, this just got interesting. This just got very interesting. We were running second prior to the restart. We had a good gap to... Rosberg was leading the race. We were second. Hamilton had just passed Massa. And was going to be homing in on us, Verstappen, because he is in the fastest car. He was going to be homing in on us big time. But then the safety car has come out. Everyone else around us is going to be on worn medium tyres. We are on fresh super softs. We pitted at the end of lap 22, was that? Was it at the end of 22? Yeah, it wasn't the end of 23. Or was it? No, it was the end of 23. No, because the end of 23 was just then. End of 22. For fresh super softs. And this could be big. This could be very big. I don't really want to save all the fuel because it'll make my car too heavy. Don't know how long the safety car is going to be out for. I would imagine a couple of laps for a sprint to the finish. Oh, this is exciting. Oh, this is very exciting. This could... What this could either be, this could be a big opportunity for a win if the pace proves to be there on the tyre, or we could just get past Massa and still lose out on pace of the overall cars to Verstappen and Rosberg. If that is the case, then we pretty much solidify the third that I think we were going to get in the race. Maybe second, Second was there, but we, it could have ended up being third. Either way, oh, it's interesting. Oh, it's very interesting. What I've done is I've rolled the dice and I've given myself a chance. Right then, those watching, where do we finish the Chinese Grand Prix today? Safety car will be coming in. I doubt this lap, probably the end of 26, so we'll get 2 laps of racing. Where do you predict we will finish? Currently 4th on 2 sets of tyres, softer than all 3 cars ahead of us. And the cars behind us, I'm also going to say. Go on, safety car. Be in this lap. Be in this lap. Yes! Oh my god, yes. That's basically everything I could have asked for. Alright, we'll save a tiny bit more fuel. God, we've got this whole straight where Rosberg's just going to hold us. Come on! Come on! I don't think the green line is... Green line's not until the exit of the hairpin, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go, we're going racing. Don't know who's got an issue with their car. Massa's had a bad run. Off the final corner. Oh, I've gone to the outside. That was probably a mistake. He's going to squeeze me. Brake early. Massa will go wide. We cut back underneath him. That's third. Shut up, Jeff. Oh yeah, let me come in again. Why would I do that? Here we go. 3 laps of racing. Oh, we're getting there. We're close. We're so close. There's going to be little to no DRS. I think there'll be DRS on the final lap, I think. Oh, we've had not the best run. Come on. Verstappen pulls out. We're getting a little bit. We're not getting a lot of slipstream. Rosberg's holding it. Verstappen has run him out. Verstappen takes the lead. Rosberg's still there. Shut up, Jeff. Oh, they go side by side. Verstappen pushed Rosberg. We're in the slipstream. Into turn 1. Can we do it? Oh, that would have been bold. That would have been rash and bold. Let's get on the power. Come on. Down the inside. We're through. We're in the lead. Rosberg put up just enough of a fight with Verstappen through the hairpin in the final corner to off-foot him. And we have taken the lead of the Chinese Grand Prix. With 2 laps to go. Now, we just need to keep it. Don't crack under pressure.
We've pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Here comes Verstappen. He's coming across. But he's a Red Bull. He hasn't got that much speed in a straight line. We can come back across and defend. There we go. As we come on to the final lap of the Chinese Grand Prix. DRS is going to be enabled for this final lap.
Stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
As we get it tight through the first corner and turn 2.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Oh, this is tense. Cut that way too tight. I didn't expect to pull away from these 2 on the final lap, so they're here and now. We are in the second sector of the final lap of the Chinese Grand Prix. It's getting marginal. Verstappen's going to have a very good run. Oh, he's thinking about it into the chicane. Would you look at that? Could that have put him out of position though? Oh my god, here we go. It's going to be 3 wide. Down to the hairpin. They've got DRS. I don't. Hold it on the inside. Cut them out. Run them out to dry. I think we've done it. I think we've done it. Final corner. We're going to win the Chinese Grand Prix. Get in.
Nice work. That's P1. Race win. Well done.
Woo! What a race. From 16th on the grid.
Take the victory today.
Whew. That was tense at the end.
Just what set them apart from the competition here?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly.
For once, Anthony Davidson can say the safety car really changed the race, and he would be correct because
And as we can see,
we didn't make that split-second decision to go to a set of super soft tyres that we still had left.
way to the top step. Fantastic.
Then we would have got P2, maybe P3. The fact we hadn't run those tyres at all over the race, and the other guys had used their sets, we had a set of super softs left. We threw them on at the end of lap 22 when the safety car came out. God, that feels so good. After how bad the season started, we win! We win! We win a race from 16th on the grid.
It's a difficult call, but I'm going to have to give it to the Ferrari driver. They fought so hard.
That's special. That feels really special. Gutierrez getting points. Alonso in 6th. Massa with a top quality drive, mirroring the strategy that myself and Rosberg had for the most part. Coming home 5th. Raikkonen down in 8th. Daniel Ricciardo finished in 10th. He had a first corner incident with Lewis Hamilton early in the Grand Prix. Very early in the Grand Prix, actually. And if it wasn't for Danny Kvyat, we would not be winning this race right now. But there it is. We win the Chinese Grand Prix. We go up to 5th in the Drivers' Championship standings. We were on 9 points before this race. We're now on 34. We've overtaken Kimi Räikkönen in the standings. And we have also... well, we're still 3rd in the old constructors there. Apologies for that probably very loud beep that just came through. Of course I have notifications turned off while streaming. But due to the Xbox app on Windows 10... it's decided to tell me about an achievement I just got. There you have it. What a race. And I think we've finally won a rivalry versus Kimi Räikkönen, because he'd beaten us 5 times. 5 times. But we've beaten Räikkönen. And we've also got ourselves out of the underachieving section. Look at this. Look at it. Rivalry 1. Give me all the points. Give me all the points. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, career score, whatever. Whew. We beat Kimi. We beat him. We beat him. We beat him. Look at it. We beat him in the rivalry. There's the research and development, which I could put some points into, and I probably will. There's the standings. There's whatever. Look at it. Look at it. 6th in Australia. 10th in Bahrain. 1st in China. That is our first victory since Canada last year. And it's also our first podium in China in this career mode. Look, we got 9th in Season 1 for Renault. And we got 5th in Haas last year. And we win this year. Research and development. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I do want to do a little bit of an upgrade. I want a bit more fuel efficiency. I could go for another one on the fuel efficiency. I think I probably will, you know. Because that'll... no, you know what? You know what? No, we'll do one fuel efficiency upgrade. To go on next race is when that will be applied. And I think... that about does it for me, because we won the Chinese Grand Prix. Next one will be the Russian Grand Prix in Sochi. Don't know, not too sure when that'll be. I didn't actually tweet out that I was going to be streaming today. I just sort of did it, you know. But if you do want a better idea of when my schedule is, you can follow me on Twitter at PsychoEnigmaEye. Twitter handle in the description below. What a race. Thank you for all those that have come out and watched. Really do appreciate that. If you did enjoy it, please remember to hit that subscribe button and enable them notifications to be notified about the content coming to the channel. A lot of F1 and a lot of wrestling stuff. And I will see you all next time.